Welcome to the West Indian Women Network. I am Priscilla, the founder here in the United States, and we are back with Katrina Khan Roberts, the Trini Mermaid. We already know where she is, right? Welcome back, Katrina. Tell us, what have you been up to?
Thank you so much, Priscilla. It's
You're
so good to
welcome.
be back. And I have been extremely busy. It's been when was the last time we had our interview? A couple of years. Yeah, during the pandemic time. So it feels like if it's a whole new world.
Amen.
And yes, and I feel like I've learned a lot in the last couple months, years that, since we last spoke. So I'm happy to discuss all those things today.
Tell us. I know we were talking about the publishing world, communities, connecting, and wherever you want to start.
Yeah, definitely. So, as you know, Priscilla is the creator and founder of the West Indian Women Network, where I think that this has just grown exponentially, and it's such a great thing that you build communities this way. You're building connections, you're networking, you're allowing people to meet each other who would have not met each other previously, and I think that we all want to enrich each other's lives. So, I
Yes.
think that that is one of the hallmarks of this organization. And you, of course, your personality and who you are is just so, you encourage growth in everyone that you meet. So for me, I have been trying my best to still stay grounded while pulling myself in many different directions, as always. So this was like the time that I formalized that I apparently have multiple personalities because I have Katrina
Who
Khan
doesn't?
art. Yes. So I have the artist, I have the
Uh-huh.
author and writer, I have
Right.
the environmental professional, and I have but I don't know what to call it, like the chronic volunteer. So like I can't say no. Um,
Right.
so it's one of those things where I'm just trying to balance all of these aspects of my life, trying to maximize as much as I can do and help, of course, where I can. So
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for that's my whole mission for this network is to connect those who never even knew the other was there.
right.
And meeting people like you who's just so open to share and to teach and to also learn. I think we're so like-minded. And I love that word you said, to enrich.
Yeah,
That's what it
definitely.
is. And for you, young lady, and all those things that you're up to, I met a wonderful coach, and we were talking about doing things that really align with you, learning to
Mhm.
say no to those things that just, is this really going to make a difference for me or not? And kind of setting boundaries. Like this,
Yeah.
these are the qualities, these are the activities, this is what I'm doing. And I'm also a chronic volunteer too.
Oh yeah,
I
I
feel
know.
you.
High five over the internet. High five. I am, and that is something that I'm working on because if it is that we don't set those boundaries, we end up we only have 24 hours in a day, and some of it needs to be used for sleep.
Yes, and our little
So,
ones,
and
our
of course,
older
our
ones.
family. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So that's one thing I'm trying my best to like manage. While I do have lots of ideas and goals that just keep popping up, it seems like they just keep multiplying in my mind. I'm learning to, yes, write them down and maybe set them for a later time and put the priority things as priority. So that's definitely a learning I had recently.
That's, I mean, hey, I align with that for sure. And I'm always worried if I don't get to write it down, am I going to forget?
Yeah,
But guess what? If it really resonates with you, it'll pop right back when the time is right.
that's so
So
true.
you won't
Yeah.
get it wrong ever.
Yeah. So one thing that I've been trying to work on is so as you know me, I am an environmental professional. First and foremost, I have those the natural sciences. I'm constantly learning and doing courses and refreshing my information. And what I want to do is to translate that information into ocean literacy specifically because I love the ocean. I think it's so connected to everyone. And
Yes.
it is the life force of the earth, right?
Yes.
Um, so the way that I see my books and like my mermaid character, Mertrina, is a way to impart that knowledge to children with a little bit of mermaid magic. So
Yes.
that's what I've been trying to do. But I could tell you, especially in this country, there are tons of barriers, and there are people that are just not open to seeing the potential of something like this.
But
Yeah.
that's okay. You just need to meet
Hmm.
that one right person.
Hmm.
And for you, please don't ever stop being the Trini mermaid. Mertrina is like, we got to get that doll,
Yes.
so all the little girls in the world and whoever loves to play with dolls. I mean, that's one of the dreams that I would say would be a West Indian Women Network, line of
Yeah, for
dolls.
sure. Oh my God, that would be so cool. And we'd have dolls for every different aspect of a woman. Like, I mean,
Yes,
there's so many fantastic women in your network as well. So it's like,
let's put it out to the
yeah,
universe.
we
That's
do.
what we want
Yeah.
to do
We
for
need to do
sure.
character profiles.
I love that too. Yes, the West Indian women superheroes.
Yes, that'd be so cool. Oh
Let's
my
do it.
gosh. Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
it's done. It's coming. And then ocean literacy, why are you finding so many barriers?
So it comes back a bit. So this is actually the decade for ocean action with the United Nations, right? We have known our ocean as just like a romping ground, a place where we fish, we take what we need to take, and then we dump everything from land into the ocean because, okay, it's going to just wash away with the tide. But
Hmm.
now we're at the point where we're realizing we've reached that point of no return. So temperatures are rising, and that is causing the water to expand. It's causing the ice cap to melt. So sea level
Hmm.
rise is going to impact everyone on the coastline, and of course in the Caribbean and the West Indies we have 44 million people that are living on the coast.
Yes.
So it's going to affect everyone. And so ocean literacy for me is that we have disconnected ourselves in the Caribbean from our land because it is a colonization thing
Hmm.
where we have been brought from all over the world to these islands. So it's not like the Pacific Islands. They are so tied to their land. And I always get so inspired by them because they are so connected to nature. They know that they depend on nature if anything goes wrong with
Yes.
nature. Like Moana, right? Like
Yes.
I mean, that was a great way for Disney to see this connection with nature. But us in the Caribbean, we have islands, we have small land masses, but we still don't have that connection. There are some Trinidadians who don't even know how to swim. Right. And, recently we've had a lot of drowning. So there's lots of different levels to that ocean literacy. It's not just about what the ocean can give us, but it's also our safety when
Hmm.
interacting with the ocean as well. So there's so many different complicated relationships we have with the ocean. And I just felt like as an ocean people or supposed to be an ocean people, we need to
Right.
do better, especially for the younger ones who are coming up.
Agreed, agreed. I was more thinking about, laws and certain things like that, but
Yeah.
it's the basic reality that you're
Yeah.
facing. So you have your books out informing, the readers about what your work is, your initiative. What would you ask of our viewers to help you? What would you need?
Okay, so what I would think I need is, make sure that the book is accessible to people. So what we know as self-published authors, the cost of doing these things and getting those books out to the public
Hmm.
sometimes make the cost too high for the public to consume it. So what I have been looking for and what I've been trying to do is get sponsors that would
Hmm.
allow me to visit schools, visit the beaches. So let me tell you all the things that I've been working on because it's been a lot and it's a lot of rejection. So
Tell me,
I've
get it off
had,
your mind.
yeah, I've had a lot of proposals. So I had a proposal for beach tours. So the mermaid will go to the beach, have
Hmm.
like an hour-long session. Kids who are on the beach that day will come speak to the mermaid, ask questions about things. And yes, you'll get all the fun mermaid questions, but you'll also get a little bit of ocean literacy as well. So understanding about our relationship with the ocean and stuff like that. And I
Hmm.
have a very short book now that I wrote, which is a really condensed version of marine biology. It's about
Hmm.
a 15-minute read if so long. Sometimes I could do it in 10. And that book, I hope, would connect these little ones' minds to the ocean and let them understand that this is something that they need to think about in their daily lives. Because we have gotten so caught up in this commercial,
Hmm.
everything is normal, like plastic bags are normal, plastic straws are normal, and those kinds of stuff. We've normalized all the weird stuff that is not good for the ocean.
Right.
So it's good to bring it back to these children, let them understand and stuff like that. And so the help that I need is just to support me on this mission to get this material out there. If it's videography, if it's me visiting the beaches, visiting schools. So I've attempted to get Ministry of Education approval that I can reach
Hmm.
to the schools. I got rejected. I've reached out to the libraries. I got rejected. So it's a lot of these different avenues I've been trying. So a corporate sponsor who will be able to advocate on my behalf and say that,
Hmm.
yes, I have all my references, I have everything, it's really good. But sometimes I just need that little extra support to reach the audience and to make sure that
Right.
it makes an impact. Because I believe that the potential for Mertrina as yes, a character, but also an effort for change in the environmental space.
Yes.
It's there, and it's just that I'm not able to do it on my own.
Not yet. Well,
Not yet.
also not on your own. I truly believe in, teamwork makes
Community,
that
yes,
dream
team,
work. Yes,
exactly.
absolutely. So now that you put it out to the universe as well, get ready because those rejections are just reminding us that, you know what,
Yes,
maybe this is not the direction for that. Maybe this
exactly.
way would be better. So I say that let that inspire you to pursue this more because I support you 1,000,000%. We are
Thank
all
you.
about the ocean. We are Trinis to the bone for sure. But even when we go to the shore right here on the
Mhm.
East Coast, we will pick up any trash that's
Mm,
left behind that we see
that's really
because
great.
that's what we love to see the beauty. And there's no reason they're here, they have huge trash bins. So why
Mhm.
can't you just put it there, and things wash up and it's just like, what have these people been doing?
I know.
But
And
again,
half the
it's
time it's not even from the area that you're in. It's elsewhere. And
mm-hmm,
actually I did a course recently on natural resource management and like the tragedies of being in a less economically developed country.
mm-hmm,
So think of this concept, right?
mm-hmm.
You in the US, me in Trinidad and Tobago. In the US, you can buy things in large containers, right? And you will use that for the rest of the month. So let's just say like detergent or something like that.
Yeah.
But in Trinidad and Tobago, because we are so like month to month trying to get through our incomes are not able to stretch as much. We're noticing that the packages are smaller. And so you have more litter coming out of that packaging, right? So then the other thing that I've noticed as well is, for example, the cost of living. If it is that you don't have um a substantial income to be able to buy things in bulk, you're
Right.
paying up to 100% more, so double the price on certain things. Like I've seen it. For me, one of the things that I tried to implement with my son is we did reusable diapers. So I have like all the different things. I wash them and I put them away and stuff. And I calculated how much I used in soap and water and electricity
Hmm.
compared to dumping these used diapers, right?
Right.
So I've saved a lot of money because I've just washed and reused for he's almost 4. He's gonna be 4 in December. And
Oh,
it's the same diapers that I've been using since he was 6 months old. And
right.
then if it is that I was buying diapers, I calculated if he uses 3 diapers a day or 4 diapers a day, it's like 5 TT for a diaper. It's crazy. So if you calculate how much money you're spending and then how many diapers are physically getting to the landfill or into the ocean, it's like things like that I think about way too much.
No, no, no. You are very valid. That's what I preach around here all the time. Don't waste, recycle, reuse. If you
Yeah.
don't need it, don't buy it. Absolutely. Now you have one, I have two.
Yes.
So
I
imagine. And they're only what, 33 months apart. So
wow.
they were both at that same phase at the same time. And yes,
Yeah,
it was atrocious.
I can imagine.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
And
a
then
lot.
you're working full time. So there's just,
Exactly. So
the
that's why they
easy
say that's
way
why mothers
sometimes.
need so much support because we are the
Hmm.
ones that generate a lot of the waste, we're the ones that use a lot of the resources. We're actually the ones that do the most purchasing in the house.
Right.
So it's a lot that, the women of the house have to deal with, and that's something that people don't look at. I mean, gender equality and stuff is something that is so topical right now. But the role of the woman in the household, in a normal nuclear household, it's like
Right.
the amount of things that we do.
But even for the stay-at-home dads, I
Yeah.
noticed that they are more resourceful than we
Oh
are with their
yeah.
time and
I think so.
everything, cutting shortcuts to maximize the free time. So, and getting the opportunity to spend more time with the kids where we
Yeah.
are more about, organization and making sure everything's good and the kids
Oh
are good
yeah.
and hair is combed and things like that.
Yeah. Whereas
But
the
I
dads don't.
truly agree.
They're
The
alive, they're
flight.
breathing, they're fed. That's fine.
Too funny. But I do have some people to introduce you to as well to see how we can get the beach tours up and running. And, wherever your passion is, keep that focus, keep that passion. Yes, we have to do other little things to survive, but that's just a part of it. But hold on
Yeah.
to what you are super duper passionate about because I'll be so sad if we lose Mertrina, honestly.
Oh, I know.
But
I'd be sad too.
no, we can't. She's already here and alive and bumping, and no, we have to keep her. But do share with me the groups that you created, all of the awareness, any links, and
Yes, no
whatever
problem.
else that you need. And you have a upcoming book as well.
Yes, so I'm hoping that in the next couple months I can get the artwork done. I actually got an artist this time because
Ooh,
I think it was a little much for me to do on my own. So I focused more on the writing and she's going to do the artwork for me. So and I'm still thinking about it. Am I going to do self-publishing? Am I going to go through traditional publishers are actually telling me it's better for me if I go through
indie.
self-publishing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that I can get some funding, get that off the ground. But it's actually a storybook about Mertrina, but it's like I can give a little backstory. So when I was
Okay.
little, and how I got the name Mertrina is actually in Tobago. So my favorite fish is actually the parrotfish, and so
Ooh,
Mertrina is a parrotfish. That's where the whole blue tail and everything always came into play, but I didn't think I ever explained it like that. And I always loved the mott bird. So the name of the book is Mertrina and the Mott Men. And
oh,
it's about Mertrina and the Mott Men protecting the environment. And it's basically a book that's going to connect children to not just island living, because I think anywhere in the world you'll be able to identify with it.
mm-hmm.
But it really is a Caribbean flavor because the moths are throughout the Caribbean and then parrotfish and stuff like that. So it went through like 3 or 4 different versions, but I think
Of
I
course.
finally found a good one. And then, of course, the intellectual property, I can probably do a young adult novel. I could probably do something else later on with them in different iterations. So,
For
yeah,
sure.
I'm
That
very
sounds so
excited.
sweet.
Thank
I love
you.
it. So as soon as it's available, let us know
Of
and we'll
course.
definitely get involved with that and bring you back on. Maybe you could read a little snippet
Of
for us
course. I'd love
or
to.
something. That's fantastic. And I just want you to know that you are doing a fabulous job.
Thank you.
There's only so much. We only have 2 arms.
Yeah.
In an ideal world, I would probably need like 4 more. But you are
I
doing a
was saying we needed
fabulous
a
job.
clone. We needed clones.
That'd be kind of weird though to see another me walking around. But yeah. So just, be confident with what you're doing. Be satisfied too.
Yeah.
And if you can't get to something, it's okay. You
Thank you.
will when the
I
time
needed
is
that
right.
word today. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And I'm always here for you.
Thank you so much. And
You're
me too, as much as
welcome.
I can be. Gosh, we have to
Well, you
meet in
have a little
person.
one, and that's a lot of responsibility because
Yeah.
you can't leave that age unattended
No, at all.
at
He is
all.
dangerous.
And the moment they get quiet, my ears is like, oh, okay,
Oh
why
gosh,
you quiet?
run. Yeah, what's going on?
So I understand, and we have so much time to do so much. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Do you have a message for the viewers?
I just want everyone to keep positive no matter what is happening in your life. You are in in the best of hands, because everything, you just trust God and everything will be okay. And trust in yourself too. Sometimes you just need to trust the process. Everything will be all right.
Absolutely. And what I'm actually learning is getting up to speed with who I am now.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes you tend to be in that younger mindset
Yeah.
where, oh, I didn't know this or I didn't know that. Guess what,
It's
honey? You
birthday
know it
month. It's
now.
birthday
Yeah,
month.
it's
It's
birthday
birthday month.
month. Woo! So it's like, who am I now? Who is this
Yes.
woman? What is she bringing to the table,
Excellent.
And I think that's where
Yeah,
it
I
is
love
being
that.
present. Yes. And you too.
All
So
right.
thank you
Thank you
so
so
much. Yes,
much.
please, everyone. Katrina is on an incredible mission. So any support, any contacts, any information at all that can put her work out there and bring education to the community near and far, just connect.
Thank you so much, Priscilla. And
You're
thank you to everyone
welcome.
watching today. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.
Big hugs.
Big
Oh,
hugs.
say bye.